Southampton's position, though, a lot more perilous. After a 5-match unbeaten run, they've now lost 3 of their last 4, and they drew the other one at Bolton on Tuesday night. They've conceded 10 goals in those 4 games, even though their goalkeeper, Antti Niemi, was quite superb at the Reebok Stadium on Tuesday night. Without him, they would have lost that one as well. Nothing more disruptive to a team in a worrying position like Southampton than to lose a key player moments before the kick-off. And they don't come much more important to a side than Peter Crouch is to them. Top scorer with 14 goals, including 7 in his last 12 games. He scored the winner against Pompey at home in the FA Cup in January, but he will play no part today after being injured in the warm-up. Listen to the noise. Local newspapers have called this the most important South Coast derby in the history of a fixture that dates back almost 100 years. The crowd's concentration on the players as they shake hands, but everyone will be looking for the appearance of Harry Redknapp in particular, and Jim Smith, another who made the journey, of course, across Hampshire. About 2,000 Southampton fans have made the trip. Alain Perrin has probably never experienced an atmosphere quite like this in his short time as a coach and manager. And the boos reverberate around this old stadium. The crowd thought they'd got a view of Harry Redknapp, but it was a false alarm. Nigel Quasi won't be expecting a very warm welcome back either. He made the journey following his manager, and here is Harry Redknapp looking suitably concerned. It's not an experience he's been looking forward to, and he's being heavily surrounded by some very strong-looking former SAS guards. It's easy to understand the emotions of the Pompey fans, but at the same time you have to say Harry Redknapp did a great deal for this football club in his time in charge here. 3.5 years at Pompey. They were 15th in the old First Division when he took over. He guided them to promotion, kept them in the Premiership, signed some very good players and made a lot of friends here. Jim Smith was also manager here for 4 years in the early 1990s and was Redknapp's assistant. Kevin Bond, their first team coach, another who went from Fratton Park to St Mary's. Well, he wasn't expecting to be playing. Henri Camara got the signal just minutes before kick-off, and Peter Crouch injured an hamstring in the warm-up. So an opportunity for him to prove that he can form a successful partnership with Kevin Phillips. He had been in the side on a regular basis recently with Crouch till Phillips forced his way back into the side. Southampton won't be happy to see Yakubu back in the Pompey lineup. He scored the winning goal in the corresponding fixture here last season, and he also scored a penalty when the sides met at the St Mary's Stadium in an FA Cup tie in January. That finished 2-1 to Southampton. Steve Dunn is the man in charge of a potentially explosive fixture, and he could be in for a very difficult day. Less than 2 years ago, Southampton reached the FA Cup final and finished in their highest ever position in the Premiership. Now they find themselves deep in trouble. The next 3 games will decide their fate. Pompey today, followed by Norwich and Crystal Palace. Each one of them, in the words of the old cliche, real six-pointers. And you can see what it means to